y'all, what's up? Shout out to Jess Hilarious. Hey y'all, welcome to Pretty Girl Loves Trap content. Okay, so this is my recap / review for BMF season 1 episode 2 rumors, y'all. So yeah, this episode starts off with Meech, you know what I'm saying? He is auditioning for what is it? Fast and the Furious. Yeah, he trying to get a role in Fast and the Furious 11, 12, or what have you, because he is zipping and zooming through the highway, y'all. And he got a mission. He is on his way somewhere, but through his endeavors on the road, we actually, have him narrating and just pretty much just talking about, hey, we've been pretty much wanting to be gangsters and drug dealers since, the beginning of time. Okay. We never wanted to be Magic or, Kobe. Well, Kobe wasn't born yet, but he probably was born, but he wasn't a player. Y'all know what I mean? They didn't inspire to be in sports or what have you. Okay. They didn't want to work at no factory or Wendy's. They wanted to be drug dealers. Okay. They wanted to be street pharmacists. So he's just explaining, that was always their goal. All right. So he pulls up, about to hit a whole white lady in the hospital parking lot. Okay. So he got his little machine gun, Tech 9 or what have you. I'm sorry, I'm no gun expert. But he's trying to find his brother, okay? He's trying to find his brother. He's giving me real Scully from Snowfall vibes, okay? He is acting cray. But, it's reasonably, understood because his brother just got shot. So we see this white cop, and of course he's trying to stop, Meech, because he's like, dude, calm down. So we see cop, Crooked, and he proceeds to calm down Meech, and he pretty much tells him yo, you can't see your brother until you give me the gun, okay? Because that ain't going on up in here, okay? So Meech, of course, he wants to see his brother, so he hands the officer his gun. So he talks to his brother and he's just telling, Meech hey, tell mama and everybody, I'm sorry. Look out for my son, for me. I'm sorry. So the next thing we see, his eyes roll in the back of his head and he flatlines, y'all. And I'm like, bruh, no, this is no. But of course we know he's still alive. So that wasn't going to be the end all be all. But the doctors and surgeons, they rush in and whatever. So Meech, he kind of goes out to the waiting room and the crew shows up. You know what I'm saying? They're wanting to know what's going on. They're wanting an update. Okay. And so Meech was like, yo, bro, we need to move the stash, Amber Alert-ish type shit, drop everything. We got to change the game. Okay. So he orders protection for his family, extra goons to protect his goons. You know what I'm saying? They have to pretty much protect themselves. And I wish, I'm like, dang, I hate comparing shows, but I'm like, Power Book 3, if they would have did that, they would be straight. It would be great. But they don't think like that, of course. But this is based on more of a true story. So yeah, we're going to go with that. So the family arrives, y'all. And of course, they blaming Meech for everything. And I'm so frustrated because, don't get me wrong, I get it. You know what I'm saying? As the older sibling, you're kind of groomed to be the example for the younger ones. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, you have to let the child have some accountability. And as a parent, you have to take some responsibility and accountability as well, y'all. Sorry, it's almost midnight. So yeah, my words are probably going to be slurring all night. My bad. But yeah, it just frustrates me because I'm like, it's not all Meech's fault. T is maybe 17, and he's grown enough to know right from wrong. And he's, mature enough to understand what is good and bad. So it just really frustrates me that the mom and the dad really are putting so much emphasis and responsibility on Meech, because that is not right. I do not agree with that. Okay. So once the parents go and, see about T, we hear Meech, he's narrating, and he pretty much says one of the dopest lines, one of the most truest lines I've ever heard in my entire life outside of the Bible. Okay. He says, you don't play the dope game. It plays you. And I'm like, dang, that was simple, but deep at the same time. I feel like if most people who got into the drug game heard that line and got, some some background, and some examples to back up that statement. You know what I'm saying? A little PowerPoint presentation or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? They will take another route because, yeah, this game is stressful, y'all. Like, it's too stressful being a drug dealer. I mean, you got constant fires, you know what I'm saying, that you putting out. You got to worry about the ops. You got to worry about the cops. You got to worry about the distros, the connects, your crew, your family. Like, I'm sorry, like every drug dealer must have some type of condition, heart condition, blood pressure condition, because it's a lot, y'all. It is a lot to deal with. Like, I couldn't. And the threat of, possibly dying or going to jail, worried about dropping the soap. Nah, bruh. Not me. So we see Lamar, oh crazy tail. He pulls up to 12th Street and he's pretty much trying to turn in a job application with J-Mo. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, is your offer still available? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've tried to, weigh my options and I think you guys are the best fit for me. And J-Mo was like, nah, bro, the offer's not on the table. Like, bro, like, I gave you an offer. It expired. Midnight last night. Okay. You can't come back. So, of course, Lamar, he, thinks of some cute little, reason why, he wants to go ahead and be a part of their gang. And so J-Mo, he was like, okay, I'm going to give you a little trial, run. I'm going to put you in training and whatnot. So I'm going to put you with Slick, picking up, some money from the drops or what have you. So Meech pulls up on T's punk ass classmate at the grocery store. He apparently paid some older woman to buy some liquor for him. I'm like, Lord, child, these kids just want to grow up so fast. And I'm mad at grandma. Like, dang, grandma, you needed some money for your cigarettes or your lottery, not much. Like, but it don't take much, I guess, to bribe somebody. I'm gonna leave that be. I'm gonna let grandma be. Okay, she probably was on a fixed income, on Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare. She probably needed the extra funds. Okay. So, Meech pretty much is pressing old boy like, hey, I know you and my bro had beef. Like, what's up? You shot him? And of course, I'm pretty sure the boy pissed in his pants and all type of little bodily fluids was coming out, okay? Because he was pleading for his life, okay? He, he was like, no, sir. It wasn't me. Just Shaggy. It wasn't me, okay? So Meech, I can tell Meech has a sense about him where I probably call it a sixth sense, where he kind of, can tell if someone is guilty or not. So I think he felt like, this dude is a little too much of a punk to have shot my brother. So he kind of let him go, but he let him know, hey, if I find out you was lying to me, bro, your ass is grass. Okay. Your ass is grass. Okay. So T, he wakes up from surgery and the family's all around him, little sister, baby mama, the baby, the parents. And he wakes up and the first thing he's asking about where Meech was. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. But he probably know his brother crazy and probably running around the city acting a damn fool. So the mother, was just trying to soothe him and whatnot. So the father, he's pressing T like, yo, bro, what is this about? What happened? I know your brother probably got something to do with this. So he's interrogating the sister and a baby mother, was like, is T wrapped up in the Meech business? Is he wrapped up? So the daughter, she's stressed out. She's like, I ain't got time for this, y'all. Okay. I got pre-algebra homework. I don't have time. I'm going to go. So she leaves the room. And so the mother, of course, she's always trying to soothe and calm the situation. So she was like, you know what? We just need a bite to eat. Okay. Let's go get us a 4 for 4 from Wendy's or what have you. And let's calm down and regroup, take a shower. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to come back. Because we all stressed. They was cool. He woke up from surgery. Seems fine. So they was okay with doing so. So we see Lamar and Slick, okay? And Slick got this little tired half-ass Jerry curl. And apparently, Slick old name was PM. And he was a part of Lamar's crew when Lamar was, top dog. You know what I'm saying? When he was on his Nino Brown-ish. And it seems as though he reinvented himself, okay? And he told Lamar like, yo, bro, I try to keep things going. But I didn't have no product. So I had to roll with the dude who had the product. So Lamar was like, that's cool, that's cool. But it was cool because according to 12th Street, they don't know nothing about this previous connection between Lamar and Slick. So that was pretty funny to me, okay? But long story short, Lamar, he tells Slick, like, word on the street is that J-Mo, or whatever dude is, he put a hit out on T and them boys, okay? So, Slick was like, for real, for real? So he said, yeah, put the word out, okay? So, yeah, here is the start of a rumor, because at the end of the day, it was very apparent that Lamar was the one who shot T, okay? So we see these little montage of scenes, about, the folks gossiping, okay? They're on the payphones, they whisper in each other's ears, they are getting the word around town about this whole rumor that Lamar put about T, getting hit by J-Mo. So, it looks like his plan is successful, okay? He I ain't gonna lie. He low-key a genius, he was a kingpin, so, we know that he probably have, a lot of strategic moves and whatnot. But yeah, this was smart. This was smart, Lamar. So we see Kato and B. Mickey. They find a new stash house, and, he's complimenting her, and it's all this, vibes, all this sexual tension and whatnot. So I do feel like they're probably going to, be in those sheets sooner or later. Okay. So, B. Mickey, he goes off to another room, and next thing we know, this crackhead just comes out of nowhere like a little crackhead superhero and just charges at Kato. And and you know what they say about that crackhead strength, y'all? It's something serious. It's something serious. So, they're tussling, and Kato, she's winning. This girl is really winning. I'm like, oh, hey, okay, I like this. I like her more and more and more every scene that she is in. And so she's tussling with him, and she, pretty much restrains him. And of course, B. Mickey, he comes back in. Of course, he's standing there for a minute. I'm like, yeah, you don't need to be messing with her. Like, girl, he is not a good a good match, okay? Because he stood there for a good hot 20 seconds. You know what I'm saying? While she was fighting, I'm like, yeah, he low-key a punk, because I don't like that. I do not like that, okay? He should have came in, charged in just like the crackhead charged her. Like, bruh. Even though she did have things under control, you still should have, went in there and, helped her. Okay. But next thing we know, in the midst of their, fighting and whatnot, some of the crack, just kind of I guess a bag buster, what have you. And so a bunch of crack landed on a crackhead's face, like some fairy god dust, and it actually gets him high. And he was like, this some good shit. And I'm just like, for real. And something landed on Kato's face. I'm like, curious, like, why you didn't get high, because your face is filled with crack too. Yeah, that was very interesting. That was very interesting. Okay. So we cut to Lamar. He is at the school, and y'all, he's trying to, spend some time with his fake daughter. I'm like, he really got some attachment issues. Okay. And I can understand if he was in the girl's life, for a while. But yeah, bro, I'm gonna need you to like chill out. So the girl, she wasn't gullible. She have some street smarts. Okay. She was like, nah, bro, what are you doing here? Okay. Like, what's going on? What's going on here? Okay. He was like, I came to see you. We can go see your mom. We can go have fun, blah, blah, blah. She was like, nah, she was on some real stranger danger type ish. Okay. She was like, nah, bro, I don't need to be going with you. I'm good. So of course he was a little frustrated. A little school administrator was like, bro, I'm gonna need you to leave. Okay. It's funny because things were so lenient back in the day. And I'm so glad now most schools have, a lot of parameters for you to be able to pick up children and whatnot. So I'm definitely glad, the security at the schools increased since, the 80s and the 90s. All right. So Meech, he pulls up at the stash house, y'all. And he's like, what the hell happened here? What happened here? So, Kato explained, like, I got jumped. And he was like, yo, bro, like, we probably need to fire you, okay? Because you're bringing a bunch of bad luck up in this organization. But, B. Mickey, he, looked out for her, because low key, there was like $6,000 worth of product that they messed up, you know what I'm saying, in that little tussle, okay? And it was B. Mickey's fault, because that place looked lived in, and he did not thoroughly investigate, okay? he did not investigate if someone was in that house or not. Okay. So, him and Meech and B Mickey, they have a little conversation about, the rumor with J-Mo and whatnot. And, apparently we find out that B Mickey and Meech has been friends for 10 years. So they got a really nice little deep friendship going on. But yeah, something tells me something's going to happen with their friendship because, when you move up in the ranks and get all this power and whatnot, people start feeling, entitled and empowered. So we're going to see if success really shows the strength of their friendship. But they also talk about, hey, what we going to do about this crackhead, y'all, okay? Are we going to kill him? What we going to do? So they end up giving the crackhead some money. And that wasn't enough because he asked for some crack, too. I'm like, bruh, you just spared your life, okay? You want a gift with purchase? You want a free gift with purchase? Like, what's going on here? What's going on? So we see Meech, he goes to the hospital, y'all. And, he sees about his brother. So, they share some laughs and some jokes about, him being one-eyed and whatnot. And they also talk about who done it, who hit. I'm just messing with y'all. I'm a hot mess. Who had hit T? Okay, they're trying to figure that out. And they go through the list, they go through the enemies list, and T was like, what about Lamar? And of course, I don't think Meech was even thinking about Lamar, okay? And so he was like, you messing with his baby mother, okay? And, or her, I won't say baby mother, but, his fling, his girl, he real possessive, okay? So that may be a problem, okay, Meech? And he was like, he a little crazy. So he may be the one. He may be the suspect we need to get out and, figure out what's going on about him. Okay. So they also talk about, Meech's, revenge. Okay. And T was like, just focus on the business. Okay. We don't need to worry about this whole revenge situation. I'm good. I'm alive. Let's move on. And I'm like, T, you a real one. You're a real one. But at the end of the day, T's smart, okay? He's thinking about the business, okay? He's real CEO minded, okay? He is on his Steve Jobs, all right? So Cash Doll, okay? I'm sorry, I'm going to get her name next episode. But she pulls up on Lamar, okay? He's at Slick House. They're fixing the car. And she's pissed, okay? You done pulled up at her, child's school and whatnot. And yeah, that's a problem. That's a real problem, okay? And she said a line that really pissed me off. She was like, I let her call you daddy when we was together. And I'm like, see, that was a problem there, okay, Cash Doll? Because, yeah, that's a little confusing. Unless you and Lamar was married, okay, I can see that. But if y'all were just, chilling and, messing around, I mean, yeah, that's a problem. That's a lot of confusion, okay? The psychologist in me understood the confusion that you're causing in the child's life, okay? And the fact that she's also telling Lamar, hey, I tell her to pray for you every night because, she knows that you're quote unquote sick, okay? So yes, a lot of dysfunction going on, y'all. A lot of dysfunction, okay? But Lamar, he's real crazy and aggressive when, she approaches him. I'm like, ooh. So Slick, he calms him down. And he's actually the comic relief of this show. He gives me like real man boy from Snowfall vibes, y'all. I mean, I'm sorry, I hate to compare, but I feel like if you're watching BMF, you've watched a lot of the shows that I am referencing. So it's cool. We family, y'all. We family. So Meech, he is talking about, hey, he needs to find a non-violent solution, okay, to end this beef. Okay, he is on his Malcolm X, well, maybe not Malcolm X, maybe on his Martin Luther King, Gandhi, ish, okay, because he is trying to be peaceful, okay, because he knows if he start busting out J-Mo and 12th Street, they're going to start busting back at his crew, and it's going to be a never-ending cycle. And I love the way he thinks. He's not just rah, okay, he be thinking, okay? So he thinks, and, he goes to approach Fermel, which is the light-skinned dude from every show that I hate. I mean, not every show that I hate, but I hate him in every show. My bad, y'all. And so he, approached Fermel to, hey, yeah, how about you kill J-Mo and we, reunite, okay? We could be on our Power Ranger-ish, okay? We can all be, one big happy family, okay? Okay? And, yeah, Fermel was like, nah, bruh, that ain't what's going to happen up in here. Okay. So next thing we see, yeah, Lamar, he has a nice little BBW. Okay. And they are in the bathroom. Okay. And they are getting it in very loudly. Okay. It was very loud. We had a church mother. You know what I'm saying? We had the mother of the church in the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to eat and she's a little distracted. And I know she is praying. Okay. She is praying about that whole situation. Okay. She probably had to take a good, nice hot bath. You know what I'm saying? Drink some holy water. Okay. About what she just heard because yeah, they was getting it on very loudly. So yeah, Lamar, he's on his Drake-ish, you know what I'm saying? He loves his BBWs, okay? He said, beggars can't be choosy. I just got out. Therefore, I'm going to hit any of the skins that I can get because, you know what I'm saying, my old flame, she ain't acting right. She ain't acting right, okay? But yeah, y'all, him and Slick, they continue to have a pivotal conversation. They talk about how Fermel pretty much told Slick that, Meech tried to approach him. And he tells Lamar, like, hey, yeah, that wouldn't happen because Fermel is very loyal to J-Mo, okay? They are, school buddies, okay? They were never, ever, 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 ever apart, okay? So yeah, Lamar, he's taking note. He is taking note. And Slick, he also gave him some, romantic advice, okay? He was like, yo, bro, I'm going to need you to find another approach if you're trying to get your old lady back, okay? I'm going to need a little more baby face and a less Wu-Tang, okay? You need to, do something. Make her an old school tape, write some love letters, something, because what you are doing is not working. It's not working, bro. So yeah, the hired help, the hired goons, they're a little pissed about Meech's, lack of retaliation per the rumor about J-Mo trying to hit T, okay? And so Kato and B. Mickey, they get abreast of the situation, okay? And they end up, calming the troops down, and, this is going to last temporarily, but they're going to want some payback, okay? But Kato and B. Mickey, I kind of like them together. They're a good little combination, you know what I'm saying? Cute little, Beyonce, Jay-Z type situation, okay? Nice little Gail and Oprah, okay? Well, not Gail and Oprah because they're women, but you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Nice little peanut butter and jelly situation, okay? They gel together. They gel together. So I like that. Okay. So we at the hospital now. Okay. And apparently T has an infection. Okay. So he is in surgery. And while he's in surgery, Meech, he gets a call, I guess from one of the onlookers, what I'm saying, the hired help. And they say, hey, yo, bro, your little sis, she's at an arcade on 12th Street, which is in E-Course. And yeah, that's, enemy territory. And I like the way they move because they are looking out on the family, because if she get caught up by an enemy, she could be held for ransom. She could be kidnapped or killed. So I really like the fact that he really got people watching them. Okay. He is so smart. I'm really falling in love with Meech, y'all. I'm for real. Not like that, but I'm saying I enjoy the character. Okay. So yeah. When he, leaves, goes to his car, B. Mickey was like, yo, we need to dead J-Mo, okay? This is urgent. He needs to die ASAP pronto, okay? And so Meech was like, nah, I need to make sure he did it, okay? I need to do some more investigation, okay? And J-Mo was like, bruh, like, that made me feel a way, okay? Because if it was me, like, I would feel a way because your brother got shot and you ain't trying to kill nobody. So what does that leave me? But yeah, B. Mickey, I don't know. He's really figuring out, well, he needs to figure out the hardcore truth, okay? Because he thinks he is a partner, okay? And he's actually an employee and he's, blurred in terms of, the lines between the two, okay? And this happens a lot, okay? So yeah, Meech is probably going to have to put him in his place. And I don't know, it may be actually Terry. I could see Terry putting B. Mickey in his place, and that's going to possibly cause a rift between B. Mickey and Meech. But yeah, and the fact that Kato is around and Mickey likes Kato, it's going to be a whole thing, y'all. A whole clusterfuck, and I am going to enjoy it, all right? So yeah, the doctor, tells the family, yeah, Terry's out of surgery, but something's going on with his eye or something. Something's going on. And so the father was like, why? Like, he was perfectly fine before surgery. So pretty much, long story short, it looks like the doctors and the crew done effed up, y'all. And this is so triggering because they don't do us right in these hospitals. They do not do us right, okay? Like, they really treat us like second-class citizens. And by us, I mean African-American, okay? Even though I'm 12.5% Cherokee, I do claim, you know what I'm saying, my 87.5% African-American, okay? That is my dominant, okay? My dominant race, okay? So, yeah, y'all. And I know it's a lot of stories like this, but yeah, it just really triggered me. Let me stop. Okay, moving on. So Lamar, you know what I'm saying, he is at Cash Doll's house and he brought him, some love letters, okay? This dude, he gonna tell her, yeah, these letters I wrote in the pen, but no, really, he just wrote these letters like in the past 12 hours, okay? He low-key smooth, y'all. He low-key smooth, but yeah, he got his Aaliyah on. He was writing her a 4-page letter. And he enclosed it with a kiss. Oh, Lord, I'm a hot mess, y'all. But yeah, it looks like she's low-key probably trying to warm up to him. Yeah, this is going to be interesting because if he starts wooing her and she's still messing with Meech, oh yeah, we're going to have a nice little love triangle, y'all. A nice little Jerry Springer situation. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. So yeah, Meech, he picks his sister up and he's pretty much, screaming on her like, yo, bro, like, what are you doing? What are you doing over there? Okay. And she was like, why are you worried about me? Okay. I'm stressed. I needed to play some games to get my mind off all the stress. And she in the car acting like a little baby's kid, and she is trying to open the door and get out the car while he's on the highway. I'm like, oh yeah, she needs therapy. She needs therapy. Okay. So he pulls over, they're by the water and, she's pretty much telling him like, hey, I'm invisible. Okay. They treat me like Casper up in this family. All the attention is on you and your little drug dealing. Okay. And I'm tired of lying to mama and papa about Terry doing the drugs, not doing the drugs, but dealing the drugs with you. And he was like, now, little sis, like, you are not invisible. I love you. I love you. And she real pissed about this field trip, y'all. I wonder how much money she needed for this field trip. Dang, I wish they had GoFundMe at this time. But yeah, y'all, she's really tight about this field trip. And I get it. Because, field trips are like the jam. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I sound real old just now when I said that. I normally don't say that in my real life, y'all. So please excuse me. But yeah, field trips, that's an important thing. Okay, that is an important thing. So he ends up giving her a nice little wad of cash. I don't know, maybe it's like $1,000. If it was like all hundreds, it was several $1,000s in there, y'all. But he was like, don't tell mama. I'm like, is she going to figure out a way to pay for this field trip? Like, how is this going to work, y'all? I'm interested about this because, yeah, he gave her a lot of money. But I like their family dynamic. It's not just showing, him dealing drugs. Like, he is really, just navigating through this family of his. And I really like it, y'all. Like, I really like this little family. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Terry, he's laying in the bed with his boo thing, his baby mama, and he's asking about Meech, like, where he at, where he been, like, pressing real hard. She was like, dang, boo, like, yeah, you care more about your brother than me, and we just had a baby, like, bruh, come on. And she pretty much just begged him to leave the game. She's like, I'm scared, boo. I'm scared. We all knew, what I'm saying, like the risk, but I'm done. I don't want this. This is too risky. Okay. And, Terry, he just had this little monologue. Like, I love this shit. Yeah. I feel like this is a monologue from another movie or a show. But yeah, he's pretty much just confessing and, professing his love to the dope game. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I love it. I'm good at it. I love the money. I love the security. I just love the game. I love the game. You know what I'm saying? Real passionate and whatnot. Real passionate. And, yeah, it's no like tearing them away from the game. Okay. T loves the drug game like a fat kid loves cake. Okay. Like how I love cheesecake. I love cheesecake. Okay. I love it. I think I had the same speech about cheesecake that he's talking about when it comes to drugs. I'm just saying. Anywho. So yeah, he's on some can't stop, won't stop type ish. You know what I'm saying? Like he's Harlem shaking like Diddy. Cause he's done. He's he's a done deal. Okay. He's a dope dealer. Okay. But he also mentioned like, I'm still going to school. Okay. I am still going to school and get my education. I'm like, dang. That's actually kind of commendable. Anywho, so yeah, we see Meech and we see B Mickey, they're like in a little deserted, area. And oh yeah, Officer Crooked Cop, he brought J-Mo to them. He was like, what I'm saying, just ruffle him up a little bit, just ruffle him up. I was like, okay, what's gonna happen now? So, B Mickey, he was like, dang, for real? You brought him here? Like, Christmas came early because he has been wanting to cancel Christmas on this nigga. Okay, shout out to Tommy from Power. He's been wanting to cancel Christmas on Dodu. You know what I'm saying? And so, Meech, he's roughing him up. J-Mo is, pleading for his life, and I feel like, Meech kind of feels like maybe he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he knows J-Mo didn't do it. But yeah, B Mickey was like, nah, bruh, the streets need a body. The streets need a body. Sorry, another Power reference. I can't help it. These are so intertwined in my brain. Okay. So, yeah, long story short, B Mickey ends up killing J-Mo. And of course, Meech was pissed because he was like, bruh, what'd you do that for? Okay, because that's the very thing that Meech was trying to prevent. He was trying to find a non-violent situation. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get his Gandhi on to figure out another solution. Okay, he wanted to get the person who killed his brother, but he didn't want no unnecessary deaths because who knew? You know what I'm saying? J-Mo didn't kill his brother. Of course, he wasn't quite sure. But yeah, Meech was pissed. But B Mickey was like, yo, bro, I had to make an executive decision. Okay, I did you a favor. So yeah, Meech is not happy. And this is going to kind of cause a rift in this friendship. Okay. So y'all, we at the chapel, okay? And mama, she praying hard, okay? She praying hard for her family. And Meech comes in and, she's pretty much giving him an ultimatum, you know what I'm saying? She was like, I need you to give up the drug game, okay? And long story short, he chose the streets, okay? He was like, mama, yeah, I have obligations. I have dreams, okay? Well, he didn't say all that, but he pretty much said, yeah, I'm choosing the streets. I love you, but I got money to make, okay? So we see Kato. She's gonna get her dance on, y'all. Like, she was better than any Soul Train dancer I done seen. I'm like, go ahead, girl. Get it. And of course, B Mickey, he's coming, he comes home and he's peeping game. Like, dang, I didn't know you can move like that. You cute. You sell drugs and whatnot. And you can dance. Like, like, you just well-rounded, aren't you, Kato? You are well-rounded, So yeah, long story short, she was like, bruh, stop looking at me like that, because I would never F you, okay? I would never F you, okay? I'm on my shenanigan, okay? Because I'm a lady. She was like, because, what I'm saying, I'm a woman. And if I start messing around and, with the crew, that's not going to be a good look for me. My credibility will pretty much go out the window. But, we can kind of see something's going to happen, okay? Something is going to happen romantically. And I see it, y'all. So we back at the hospital. And T and Meech, they having a cute little brother conversation, and T, he's pretty much expressing he's scared. He has PTSD. He didn't say that, but I'm diagnosing him, okay? He has PTSD. He's scared to close his eyes because he thinks he's not going to wake up when he closes his eyes. And I'm like, that's real. That is some real ish right there, okay? But yeah, they pretty much on some, New Jack City, I am my brother's keeper type ish. They have a little chant or a little saying, boom to the tune. I mean, I thought that was kind of cute, but maybe it was cheesy. I don't know, but I liked it and I like cheese, so whatever. And at the end, we see Lamar. He rose up on Fermel, and yeah, they have a battle. Like, they was scrapping, y'all. And long story short, I thought Fermel was actually going to come out of this alive, but yeah, it ended up with Lamar throwing Fermel in a trash can. And I'm not sure if he's dead, or if he just one dead or two dead, or I don't know. I'm not sure if he's really dead, but if he is, Lamar is the straight up MVP of this episode, okay? He got him a twofer, which is a 2-for-1 special, okay? He managed to have a rumor going around town that ended up ultimately getting J-Mo clipped, okay? And then he goes after J-Mo's number 2, okay? And if his number 2 is dead, there ain't really nobody else. I mean, there are other people, but yeah, he may be rising to the top, y'all. Like, he may be some real stiff competition, but Lamar is such a loose cannon. He need to die. Like, he is too, I know he's kind of playing crazy because he is kind of crazy, but he's more smart than what people give him credit. So yeah, we're going to have to watch out for Lamar, y'all. He is going to be the ultimate antagonist, okay? But yeah, y'all, this was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for episode number 3. Okay. But I hope you guys have a blessed week. And I will see you guys when the next episode drops. Bye.